Current or former conjoined twins of Reddit. How do you handle awkward things like masturbation? Probability of finding current or former conjoined twins who are on Reddit and this subreddit today is almost negligible. I think they tell each other masturbation is not awkward. The famous Siamese twins, Eng and Chang, fathered 21 children between 2 wives, 1 per sibling. They're not just masturbating. They're humping like rabbits. Depending on how they're connected, they share sensation. I believe we are approaching this topic all wrong. We imagine 2 individuals who got connected somehow, and imagine how awkward it must be. But they are born this way and they don't know any other life. This is the only thing they know. They have never been separated from each other. They grew up together. They know each other's bodies from day one. I believe it's not that bad for them as one may think. It's like, if you are born blind vs losing sight. When you are blind from birth you can't imagine a world, depth of vision, colors. There is no reference point. Obviously off is asking for advice, as they are obviously a conjoined twin. Come on guys. Have a heart. I'm a 51-year-old man with a lot of life experience. Never before have I thought of or encountered this question. Amazing. Y'all look it up. There's the one article about one brother suing the other because he wouldn't stop masturbating LMAO. So it's an argument whether or not it's rape. Are conjoined twins always the same sex? Like if one was a male and the other female, you have a party on your hands. I would assume that it isn't awkward at all because they have always been conjoined. Depending on how they are conjoined, I bet they help each other out. Do you know about the Siamese twins? One of them got married and had children. Imagine being the other brother while the married one did the deed. I've done a lot of research on this topic, and haven't figured it out yet. Conjoined twins are too rare and the free accessible platforms of the internet are too new for us to know. We will know one day. Makes me think of the story I read about male conjoined twins. Only one was gay. They shared an arsehole. Awkward. They'd probably be more worried about what the duck they are going to do with our lives than about tugging one out. You are asking this question to, I'd reckon, 300 people out of the over 100 billion that has ever lived. LMAO, good luck, chief. Some twins and siblings masturbate together or in front of each other and they're not even conjoined. I knew of a frat house on campus where the guys would just jack off in the living room like if it was normal. Still waiting for that tour of the house, Kyle. If you're out there. If they're conjoined, they've shat together. Masturbating together is probably not an issue anymore. People are already weird without being conjoined. Don't make this a thing. We'd need to establish that Reddit actually has conjoined twins to begin with, unlikely. And then hope that they'd want to answer this sort of question. I did see a documentary once about those American conjoined girls. Brittany and something. They shared a body and did driving lessons separate even though they controlled an arm each. Then one of them got a boyfriend. Like, how does that work? Surely having sex with one was having sex with both. They looked the same and shared a vag. And what if they fall out? Would they try to punch each other in the face or something? Okay, but if you duck conjoined twins, is it vanilla sex or a threesome? What about marriage? Do you marry one but not the other? Do they both have their own birth certificate? Do they each get paid for working a job or just one? Do they both go to prison if one commits a crime? So many questions. There aren't enough conjoined twins on the planet for this question to get a real answer. Not only is it extremely rare for conjoined twins to occur, but half of the time the twins are stillborn, DOA, and third of the non-stillborn ones die within 24 hours. Out of those that survive more than a day, many will die later in infancy or early childhood. I think there are only a dozen sets of conjoined twins in existence right now. And to get an answer as to what sexual activity is looking like for them, you'd have to set up interviews. Not a conjoined twin. But this made me think. Who actually controls which arm? Do you both feel each arm? And well, what about? Never mind. Asks Reddit an interesting and / or thought-provoking questions. 1 upvote. No replies. Random pervert asks how Siamese twins whack off. 6k upvotes. 750 replies. Did anyone else see that photo of those American conjoined female twins, joined at the skull, giving head to a guy? I've always wondered about those girls who share the one body, 2 heads on one body, are supposed to handle relationship stuff. I think TLC had a reality series about them. They both say they want to marry and have kids. This has to be one of the weirdest and most weirdly specific r/scripted questions I've ever seen. Since they've been conjoined since day one, nothing is probably awkward. Well, except for their sex partner or boyfriend. If a guy falls in love with one of the conjoined girls, does he have to do it with both of them? Or how does the other not feel awkward when her conjoined twin is doing it with a boyfriend? I would have thought there would be a deep bond, and they would jack each other off. Maybe, I mean, it's kinda your body if it's attached to you, ain't it? I think you're going to have more luck hunting down an AMA volunteer than filling in a scripted post. Can one conjoined twin die while the other remains alive? And if so, imagine the horror of the living twin. The real question which should be asked here: which person feels the orgasm? Do they both experience it? I'm pretty sure the one set of twins actually control the opposite arm, left controls the right arm and vice versa. Imagine how awkward that has to be. I think they'd both feel the satisfaction of masturbating. And when one is feeling too lazy, the other does it. Half the comments are literally just pointing out you can't answer this question, lol. Go ahead and scroll through, waiting for a conjoined twin to reply. Even if it takes a lifetime, I'm curious to know their answer. I've been wondering this since I saw an Oprah special on conjoined twins in the 90s. I've been wondering this for 20+ years. Thanks for asking the real questions. I mean, they might get each other off. It could be awkward at first, but it wouldn't be as awkward as having someone whack off / flick their bean right next to you while you're trying to stay out of it. I was hoping FOTE 0.00001% chance that someone is answering, but now I know about the horrible death scenarios of conjoined twins. The duck. Most conjoined twins don't survive or get a surgery as soon as they are born when it is possible, so there is that. Wasn't there a comedy movie about twins conjoined at the hip? And for sex they put a sheet up. This is like a shower thought that I don't think any real conjoined twins would entertain, lol. He owns the left and other one owns the right. So they should be fully synchronized beating it. Hi. Conjoined twins here. It's not awkward at all. She's masturbating while I type this out actually. This is exactly why parents get them separated these days. LOL. Like, even if one will die or come out mentally disabled or whatever, it's a small price to pay. LOL. I am pretty open with my sis about this thing and usually we do it together. I know it sounds strange, but it feels so good, and we never told it to our parents since they could get angry. I wonder if one knows when the other one is horny? I think it would be so awkward you would never masturbate. Or if one is married, do you tell the other to look the other way? Can they marry too? Boy, that's a conundrum. Reminds me of an old joke. Someone asks 2 guys who went to boarding school what the worst part about it was. First guy says, "Well, it sucks that you have to wait for your roommate to fall asleep before you can masturbate." The second guy says, "Nope. The worst part is pretending to be asleep while your roommate masturbates." Slightly off topic, but as an identical twin myself, the one thing that really creeps me out to think about is conjoined twins. Gives me the shivers. I suppose conjoined twins are always identical twins that have not fully separated. So they would always be of the same sex, or gender. Whatever we call it now. I'm reminded of those conjoined girls, by the head, who got photod sucking off that guy, or one of them did it. They didn't care about such things as masturbation.